So I bumped my eye quite severely in this corner right here. My first night in the second hospital. Oops, excuse me. And the way I did that is sometime in the middle of the night, or it may have been in the middle of the morning, I got up to use the bathroom across the hallway from our dorm, our 10-man dorm, which only usually held about 5 people for the 6 days I was there. And on my way back to my room, the entrance to my room had a little differential in height. I think about that much. Yeah. Kind of like the bathroom we have here. First week I was here, I tripped almost every time I walked in there. Anyway, I fell like a giant sequoia. Maybe not a giant sequoia, maybe a Douglas fir or a ponderosa pine with no limbs on it. Or maybe just a big iron rod that was just sitting there and then fell flat. Anyway, I took a face plant. And I can still feel some pain right there when I put a slight amount of pain. It's not that big of a deal. So yeah, I spent 6 days in a second hospital. I haven't even talked about the first hospital that much, and I won't talk about that right now. I just wanted to give everybody an update. They still have not been able to find out what was wrong with me, what caused me to lose so much strength. I couldn't even get off my bed. And I won't tell you what happened on the edge of my bed because I couldn't get off there. But that was 2 weeks ago, a little more than 2 weeks ago. Last Wednesday, I was convinced by friends to go see a doctor, and the doctor convinced me to go into the hospital. No, that was Thursday, last Thursday. Actually, both hospital entrances were on Thursdays, 1 week apart. And then I got out this last Wednesday, 1 day short of another week. Yes, because I was only in there 6 days. Anyway, they've pumped me dry blood, but no problem. They kept giving me transfusions day and night of blood. And medicines and vitamins and all kinds of things. Here's the honest truth. Apparently, it's a wonder I'm alive right now. My hemoglobin count was 2. I have no clue what that means. But what I do understand is when I looked it up on the internet, hemoglobin 2, the first article and almost the first sentence said hemoglobin 2, that's crazy. If anybody had hemoglobin 2, they would be dead. Hemoglobin normal is 14, and the lowest the people that I read had heard of was hemoglobin 4. As I said, I don't have any clue what that means. But I was also told my defense system was so low that I was just points away from, I didn't really understand this part, either having diabetes or being susceptible to diabetes, and also susceptible to leukemia. I don't know how it relates. Somebody told me it doesn't seem to relate. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I've been told. But they've even done a, what do they call that? Endoscopy or something like that, where they go into your stomach and look at your stomach and look at the lining. And they took about 6 pictures, I guess. I don't know how many in all. Maybe they just showed me the 6, the nice ones, frameable pictures of the inside of my gut. I said, your stomach is healthy. You don't have any ulcers. There doesn't appear to be anything wrong. You have a little bit of gastritis, but it's like the kind of an average amount. A lot of people have gastritis. And anyway, yeah, so I was in the hospital 6 days, transfused many times, and a lot of blood taken out for tests, and they can't find anything wrong with me. And I seem to be on a great recovery right now. So I'm feeling good about being alive, and I guess that's about all the update I'm ready to give right now. I know I've lost a lot of weight. I tightened my belt up about 2 inches. It all happened really kind of in a weird way. I had diarrhea for a while over 2 months ago, and it didn't seem to go away, but I didn't have any nausea or headache or fever or any other kind of other symptoms for like a month. And living in Central America for 22 years, I've had several bouts with diarrhea, so it didn't seem that strange to me. But just before we were moving out of the other house, just about the same time we were shown this house, and I paid for it, and we were getting ready to move in. I started noticing that I was kind of weak, a little bit weak, but I got weaker and weaker, and it was kind of evident every couple of days that I was getting weaker. Anyway, there's a lot of story to tell about all that, but I'm not going to have time to do that, because if I take too long, this video will never upload to YouTube, and then I'll never be able to share it on Facebook, which is my end goal. So, without further ado, let me give you a quick nighttime stroll and look at the still unkept, not quite organized tour of the house. Inside of the house. It's kind of hard to see the outside of the house. It's night. What time is it? Oh yeah, it's 11:30 p.m. right now. So let me do this really quick, shut this off, upload it to YouTube, and share it on Facebook. Maybe even this very night. Okay. Here we go. Here's this room. This is my room. Okay? And it's not the way it's supposed to be. It's just the way it is right now. Let me adjust this. It's going to make some weird clicking sounds. Okay. So, here we are walking into the kitchen. Backwards. Because this is the way I decided to do it right now. So, yeah. I just sprayed, what's it called? It's called, oh yeah, bygone. Because we brought a plague of cockroaches with us from down there in the valley where we used to live. So this is the dining room, and as I said, that's the kitchen over there. Here, now let me take you to the bathroom. Here's the bathroom. I haven't got a shower curtain up yet. As I said, as we were moving in, I came down with a whatever it is that they haven't figured out I have yet. So, ooh, how dark it is out here. So, here we go. Here's the corridor right outside. We don't really have a living room. I think my room was actually intended to be the living room, but since there are three of us, and I'm the big guy, I'm the main honcho, I took the living room as my bedroom, and the only two bedrooms go to Linda and Luke. So, hey, there's the back of my pickup. And hey, there's the corridor. And hey, there's the messy patio. And there's a full moon tonight. I think it's missing one little sliver, actually. Maybe tomorrow night will be a full moon. I can always go into Google and check it out, right? Okay, so there you go. This is the new house. I think the last message, the last the last video that I made, I was talking about this is our last night in this home. And then everything went haywire after that. So anyway, here we are. Do you want to see my American pizza? There you go. Because I started planning some time ago to sell pizza again, but things have just been one topsy-turvy situation after another. Oh, look here. Have I ever shown you my little Mr. Wireman? He keeps flies away from your table while you're eating, but you have to keep moving his hand around. But he does actually keep flies away. What do you think? Can I sell it? Anyway, I made him myself, you know. So, here's the mess, and I think that should be about it. Oh, let me turn the lights out. And get us back in here. And then I'm gonna go load this up to YouTube.